Travis Kelce confidently walks with the support of girlfriend Taylor Swift before the game between Chiefs and Atlanta Falcons. On Saturday, September 21st, Kelce appeared in a luxurious black suit, holding a backpack and stepping off the plane with his Chiefs teammates. More special, Taylor Swift with a brown leather jacket holding the hand of her boyfriend Travis Kelce sweetly when the couple stepped off the plane. Travis Kelce and his teammates at the Chiefs will officially enter the practice session and get acquainted with the field at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta before the official game between the Chiefs and Falcons takes place on Sunday. Before the game, as usual, Travis Kelce will spend time reuniting with his girlfriend Taylor Swift. In Kelce's new season, Swift attended the first 2 games of Travis's new season, and this will be the 3rd week, signs that the American pop star is very enthusiastic in supporting her boyfriend Kelce. While Kelce's teammates are spending time at the hotel, Kelce is very busy preparing for a reunion with his girlfriend Swift in a private place. At Kelce's game on Sunday, it seems like his family was there to cheer him on. Not only that, but his girlfriend's parents were also there. A few hours earlier, the Swift family was also spotted arriving in Georgia on Saturday morning. Scott and Andrea Swift were spotted stepping off a private jet shortly after the plane landed. Scott and Andrea Swift were taken to a hotel in Atlanta, and now the two families' much anticipated reunion is finally coming to Atlanta. Meanwhile, Travis's mother Donna Kelce has also arrived in Atlanta for the trip to meet the Swift family. There will be an extra edge to the match between the Atlanta Falcons and the Kansas City Chiefs in the NFL this Sunday, after one of the home team's stars called out Travis Kelce. Jesse Bates III has claimed that he aims to stop the legendary tight end of the reigning Super Bowl champions by using his girlfriend Taylor Swift against him. Bates spoke on the Pac-Man Jones show where he revealed his goal of frustrating Kelce through the Eras Tour singer. A risky game to say the least. I don't listen to much Taylor Swift, but obviously you got to have respect for what she's done in her career, Bates III said, and then with Travis, you got to have some type of respect with him. But once that clock ticks and we're in between those lines, I see red sometimes and might say some crazy stuff to him. It may involve Taylor, it may not. It's just part of the game, talking your little smack. Since Swift and Kelce officially became an item, numerous NFL players have sought to use the high-profile status of the singer to get under the tight end's skin, although their efforts have been futile as the Chiefs sailed to another Super Bowl last season and with Kelce firing on all cylinders in the process. Whether it is genuinely a pregame tactic or just a chance for these players to boost their own reputations by mentioning swells in their pre-match trash talk is unknown, but it is obvious that all the mind games stop once the players cross the white line on Sunday. Patrick Mahomes throwing darts and Travis Kelce shaking off some early season rust. Question is, can Atlanta pull this off? Former Chiefs WR Danon Hughes has spilled the steamy tea, and it's got all the spicy details. In a chat with the former president of the Chiefs Ambassadors, Sean Barber, on KC Sports Network, Hughes dropped a gem on how the Falcons can actually beat Mahomes' Kansas City each and every week. It's about getting better. I was always taught that every day you're either getting better or getting worse, you can't stay the same. That's a mantra for life, and could definitely help the Chiefs after last week's Cincinnati facepalm. So, how do they bounce back against a hungry Falcons squad? Isaiah Pacheco, ladies and gents. With Pacheco sidelined, the ex-wideout asked the million-dollar question: who will be the playmaker now that Isaiah Pacheco is out? Who will step up besides Rashee Rice on offense? Who will be that other receiver to take some pressure off? Sure, we love our Kelce, but he's been quieter than a church mouse these past 2 weeks. Kelce hasn't had the best games. But we know he can break out at a moment's notice, Hughes reminded us. And that's where the Falcons can get crafty. The former Chiefs star pointed out, without Isaiah Pacheco, we can double-team Rashee Rice inside and outside. Rice has the potential to be a game-changer, but if he's smothered, Kansas City needs another option to step up. Focus on Kelce and say, challenge us with somebody else. That's the mindset Atlanta's got to adopt. Here's a little fun fact. The Chiefs only face the Falcons once every 4 years. And we know Mahomes. The 3-time Super Bowl champs got a knack for making life miserable for teams that don't see him often. Just last year, even with Kelce and Chris Jones out, the KC team nearly snatched a win against the Lions, losing by a single point. Talk about resilience. Danon Hughes stressed that watching film's one thing, but until you're on field, you can't feel that speed and playmaking ability. From a defensive perspective, it's one thing to study as much film as you can, but when on field, you have to experience the player's speed, continuity, and playmaking ability, the XWR added. Mahomes and Kelce? The QBTE duo's pretty dynamic, can flip the script in an instant, so, as Atlanta gears up for this epic clash, they've got to up their game. With Hughes' insights in their back pocket, we're in for a roller coaster of a game. Can the Falcons crack the Chiefs' code? Or will Mahomes and Kelce remind everyone why they're kings of the jungle? With a plot twist involving Kelce's girlfriend, this matchup's going to be anything but boring. Jessie Bates 3 plans to rattle Travis Kelce with Taylor Swift mind games. Atlanta's safety Jessie Bates 3's laid out a game plan that involves getting under Kelce's skin, and he's ready to use none other than pop icon Taylor Swift to do it. In a chat on the Pac-Man Jones show, Bates 3 didn't hold back. "I see red sometimes and might say some crazy stuff to him. It may involve Taylor, it may not. It's just part of the game, talking your little smack." Respect for Swift aside, it sounds like Bates is ready to play the mind games. Swift's pretty much attended all of Kelce's games this season, but with this matchup being the Chiefs' first road game, her attendance at Mercedes-Benz Stadium's not a given. Whether the pop icon shows or not, the Falcons safety's all in on the psychological warfare, but this ain't Bates' first rodeo against Kansas City. He boasts a solid 3-2 record against them. The 2021 AFC Championship game with Cincinnati, anyone? Clearly, he knows how to handle the pressure, and he's got the experience to back it up. What's more, Ravens CB Marlon Humphrey took a shot at Kelce by saying Swift was the secret sauce behind his podcast success. Seems like trash talk's the name of the game when facing off against the Chiefs. As the Falcons gear up to take on Mahomes and Kelce, expect to see Bates and his antics. Will he succeed in throwing Travis Kelce off his game? Sunday night's going to be fun. Also, do take a look at our latest Think Tank exclusive interview with Doug Sanders. This session comes up with insights on the current NFL season, college football, nil, and much more. Travis Kelce has 39 receiving yards through 2 games this season. Kelce doesn't have a struggling offense or rusty quarterback to blame for his lack of production either. Both tight ends are facing very different questions heading into their Week 3 matchup. For Pitts, it is whether or not he will ever live up to the promise of his draft spot or rookie season. 2 years of frustrating results have made Atlanta Falcons fans sensitive to his lack of early production. A fair reaction when you consider the lofty expectations and the players who could have landed with the Falcons in his place. In Kelce's case, the conversation is far different for a player who has 3 rings and an argument as the greatest at this position to ever do it. However, this league is unforgiving and doesn't offer an easier road based on what has been. Travis Kelce looked to be slowing down last season and has taken an even further step back in the first 2 games of the season. If it weren't for his past accomplishments and well-chronicled relationship, he would be a forgotten piece of this Chiefs offense. While this may seem harsh, consider that Isaiah Pacheco, Xavier Worthy, and Justin Watson all have been more involved than Kelce. Tight end Noah Gray only trails Kelce's total by 2 yards with 4 fewer targets. It may be time for the Chiefs to consider the end is nearing for the franchise legend.